Welcome back to Crossroads and Callings. I am your host, Chimere Brown, and today we are diving into a story about how our deepest frustrations can lead us directly back to our purpose. We're calling this episode When Art Imitates Life. And I am here with artist extraordinaire, Blake D. Lenoir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited about our conversation because you've done so much from your murals to your paintings. I think it's a opportunity for people to see like the man behind the canvas.
Indeed.
Yeah. So Crossroads and Callings, it starts now. So a little bit about Blake. Blake is a multidisciplinary artist. You're a muralist, creative visionary, whose work bridges paintings, drawings, storytelling, and public art. And those of you in the West Garfield Park area may have seen or may be familiar with some of his work. He has a 2-part public mural series in that area called A Rose is Still a Rose. And that was actually featured in a couple of different places, right?
Yes, yep, in the Chicago Sun-Times and I think, if I'm not mistaken, ABC. Or, yeah, one of the news outlets, but for sure, the Chicago Sun-Times twice.
Yeah, just a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
But most people know you as an artist. I only knew you as an artist, but you have a really just robust story that I want to deep dive into because you weren't always a full-time artist.
No.
Like, you definitely did not start there. This is a time where I would like to get into your origin story. Like, you as a person, where are you from? Did you always have like a knack for the creative? And then, we'll start there.
Oh, yes. So, as it all starts, I was born July 6, 1991, on a hot Saturday morning. Actually born during the 91 heat wave.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, came home in blankets. I tease my mom about that all the time. Like, my brain was fried. But, started early. 2 years old, my mom noticed me. I was very detail oriented. So I attempted to draw a duck. And I tried to draw every single feather detail on the duck.
Really?
Yeah, she saw me at 5, at 2 years old.
2, okay.
So she saw me just sitting there, just adamantly just trying to make these feather lines. And she was like, no, I've never seen a 2-year-old try to draw in detail. So he's seeing things that people just don't see. But okay, just kind of fell to the back a little bit. Well, I was also known as like the reclusive, not really super hyperactive kid.
Yeah.
So I would kind of take to drawing to kind of ease my nerves. And I'm like, I don't know anybody. I was the only child coming up, so being taller than everybody, a whole lot of different social things that just made me feel awkward.
Yeah.
So drawing was like my escape. So that was like my thing all the way through elementary school. I was an athlete. I played basketball, boxed, I ran track. I played football at the storied Mount Carmel.
Okay.
Yeah. And from there, as an artist, I just most of my art was really just reflective of what I was doing in classroom and the relationships that I had with people or not that I had, things that I would kind of romanticize or trying to kind of like draw things to play out in a certain way. So I was always very narrative driven. I would always want to change the narrative or try to get things to go my way because I just didn't know how to get things to go my way most times.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to interact with people. So I was like, well, if it was, if I could imagine it going away, this is how I want it to go, or this is how I want them to look at me, or this is how, and honestly, that's kind of what shaped my ideology. If we're going to fast forward into my practice now, I kind of receive people or images or situations, and I'm able to kind of calibrate in like a numerical code type of situation.
Yeah.
Kind of put things together and kind of get outcomes based on that. And I see the reoccurring themes, and I can highlight and pinpoint them. And I like to start conversations to dispel them.
Yeah, it seems like you were using art to really create your own narratives. Because, I mean, when we're kids, it's not a lot that we have control over.
Exactly.
And so that became your outlet. But you started off with a corporate job. So how did you go from being this creative kid that picked up drawing really early, 2 years old, like for your mother to notice that in you, that was a gift that was just innate to you as a person. But even though you had this gift, you ended up working a regular 9 to 5, like most people. So what was the leap between understanding you had this talent and then from there still ending up following like a standard career path?
So my story is kind of really I'm not storybook, but almost movie-esque, where I was in high school. I was really driven to be this like highly clouded athlete, and life just kept happening to me. Me just being a kid, growing pains of knowing how important your GPA was to the type of schools you wanted to go to like all of these different things that kind of unfold as growing pains when you don't have specific guidance on how to navigate it. So I was in high school, was playing basketball. I thought I was going to be like an NBA player.
Because you're quite tall. You're about, how tall? Like
6'3".
Okay.
And I've been this tall since I was like 12. So I was like, man, I'm really going to do it. You know, when I had the ego, I grew up in that era where as long as you were good, it didn't matter. Like they were just going to come find you. That's what they made us believe.
Right.
It didn't work that way, obviously. So I was in class. I was messing up a little bit my first semester or trimester in school. And it kind of just clicked for me. I was like, hey, you know, you need a GPA to get into the schools that you want to play at. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, you just can't play basketball in college. I was like, you can't? I thought that's what it was. Okay. I was going to major in basketball. He was like,
absolutely not.
Who have you been talking to? I'm like, nobody.
And that's the point. Yeah.
Exactly. So it finally clicked for me. I got myself together. But I wasn't able to go to the schools I wanted to go to. I had a couple injuries. So, you know, certain things just rerouted. And I ended up getting into the art program at the school. I was already taking it as a gen ed. And I was recognized and known that I could draw.
And this was in high school? Okay.
So junior year, I entered the art competition. I won it. Did like a portrait of somebody I did in class. It was nothing that big a deal to me, but we did that, and my teacher talked to me. She's like, I think you should pursue this as like a thing. Like, I don't know if you're trying to go to art school or anything of that sort, but she just got that conversation with me and my mom. I didn't think much of it. I was like, yeah, you know, cool, but I don't see how I can make money doing that. Like, no, we don't do that.
No, that's a great point that you picked up, because I actually had that question later on. Because there's a thing called, what is it, the starving artist. And a lot of artists don't really even get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. They don't make money until post-mortem. So I know you're still telling your story, but I would love to know how you were able to like monetize that passion.
Oh, absolutely. I have no problem going into that, because that was a journey in itself. So.
But we'll pick up, you said your teacher saw the passion in you, and then she suggested.
And she actually was an active, like, practicing artist as well. She still is, actually. And she was like, yeah, you know, this is what I do. You know, I teach as well on the side, so I could do this. And when she told me all that, I was like, I'm not going to do, you know, teaching on the side. I'm not.
She's like, I got to paint and get another job too. Yeah.
This is what I do on the side. I'm like, on the side, like, no. If I'm going to do that, then that's going to be the thing. But kind of blew it off. Not really blew it off, but it was like, I hear you. But then went to college, majored in art, got a drawing degree in fine art. But while I was there, I wasn't thinking about being an artist. I was like, I need to do something that can help me get through this school.
Right.
So I can get this degree. So everybody get off my back about having a degree. And I want to work in advertising. I want to do this. I want to do that. Not realizing, again, not really talking to people, which it's crazy. That's like my strong suit now. But back in college, it was like I was trying to socialize to have fun. I wasn't socializing to get ahead in life.
Yeah, the thing about it is most people don't know that that's the point,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're so excited to be away from home and college is a party. Like, unless somebody gives you that guidance, you just out here.
It hopefully clicks at some
Right.
point.
Yeah.
And it clicked, but it didn't fully register until honestly I got way out of there and I was like, wait, I don't know anybody who can help me to get a job. I don't know anybody that can help me do this. I don't know. What was I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all doing? We're like, everybody done friends without the school. I'm like, what do y'all do? They like, oh, I just work at this. I just do this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wasted all of my money at the school just trying to be free. Like just learning to become my man. So like for me, especially coming from an all boys school, to go to a co-ed college, it was like,
What was the all boys school?
Mount Carmel.
Okay. All right.
So going there, honestly, going into a college co-ed was like a full high school experience and wrapped in one in college for me. Like for my first 2 semesters, like real high school.
Yeah.
And then it's okay, now you're in college.
Where did you go to college?
Western Illinois.
Western, okay. I mean, that kind of had to be a bit of a culture shock to
Absolutely
be from your home. Now you got girls.
To go from elementary school girls to now grown women.
Yeah, like, and you're with them
all day.
all day.
With freedom to do whatever I wanted to do, whatever could happen. Whether it was studying, like anything could happen. So
you're understandably like distracted.
Yes. So went through all of those growing pains. That's why I say I have like such a full length experience. That's why I'm able to dive into my themes in my work so heavily because I've lived like in all these different perspectives, and I've experienced all of the pitfalls, all of the accidents. I've witnessed all of the wins, like not all of them, but I've witnessed a lot of wins and losses in situations that young men can learn from.
Give us an example of some of those wins and losses that may have influenced your work.
One of the wins specifically is just seeing the benefit of what a good mentor can be for someone, and seeing that from just working at the Park District as one of my jobs while I was in high school, and seeing just what my brotherly approach did for kids who I thought were problem kids, who turned out to be like valedictorians, and I'm like, what, really?
We realized they probably needed a little bit of attention,
and realizing how much influence that could have had in my life if I had somebody like that.
Yeah.
So it kind of shaped me wanting to pursue things that had that type of power to impact.
I did want to still kind of get to that jump. So you went to school, you graduated with an art degree, but you ended up in human resources.
Yes.
But you didn't have a background in human resources.
I didn't have a background in anything. So graduating college with a BFA, I didn't realize that it was either going to being a teacher or you went to practicing art. And it was like, well, I don't really want to sit in the classroom and grade people's art. I don't want to show people how to be an artist. I didn't like being told how to be an artist while being in art school. So it was like, I'll be just no, I can't do it. I don't feel that urge to do that. But people ask me to mentor them, and for me, that's not showing you how to do it. That's encouraging you to be yourself and just do it like you want to do it. That's all you're asking me. It's like, well, how do I do it like you? You can't do it like me. And that's really genuinely the conversation that somebody had to have with me for me to kind of like unlock my brain to figure out how I wanted to do things. So that jump for me, like graduating college was such a confusing moment because it was the celebratory, oh, you did it. And it's like, well, to do what now? Right. Now I got to figure everything out all over again. Like, okay. And they don't care about this degree anywhere. So I can't get hired to get these jobs that y'all told me I could get. I didn't do the right work in school to get, or to be able to apply at the places that I wanted to apply at. So I was just like stuck. I'm like, so call center, back to the Park District. And then a random opportunity came with a nonprofit in Tinley Park to work in HR. And I was like, well, I like people.
Enough.
Yeah. I can, is it going to sustain me? Barely. Okay. but it's a start and it can get me starting a career path. So I'm like, yeah, okay, it's good money in human resources. So I can start here and go somewhere after.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got there,
For people that don't know, nonprofit is a different beast of a different animal, and I don't even
oh
know if
man,
that really makes sense. But it's because they work in a very lean operating model,
very
and
top heavy.
yes, not a lot of funding, so they
No, it's a lot of funding. All of the funding
at the
is right up
top.
there, right up top, right where the hat is at, and everybody else is like, you got to do it because you love it. And I was just like, wait a minute, how am I hiring people that's making more money than me?
Right.
Like this, I don't know. Like how am I policing people? Y'all telling me to fire people? I'm doing their onboarding. I'm doing background checks. I'm doing everything. I'm doing all of their verifications, putting them in the system, and I'm getting paid hourly.
Right.
And I'm not a good hourly. So this is like less than minimum wage.
So bottom of the totem pole, essentially carrying
and doing all of the inner work. So I'm like, this is not right. And eventually, at first, you're excited because you have the job,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm meeting the new people, and then I'm just wondering. I'm like, man, yeah, it's just I know how to use ADP. Let me go ahead and see what such and such make. Oh no. Ain't no way.
Right.
Like it was that one moment, when you want to smack everything off the desk and then just start flipping stuff over in the office. It's just like, dude, there's no way that I'm in here doing all of this stuff.
Right. And they're making
and you're
more.
making like 5 times my income. Ain't no way. Like no. So I started to once I found that piece of information out, it kind of drove me towards just figuring out something that I can do for myself because I didn't see a direct exit for me to make good money. So I was like, well, what can I do for myself to make this easier? At that time, I was living on my own. I had a home. I was going back and forth. And I was like, I guess I could. Somebody told me I should like go to art events, stuff like that. I don't know. And I went into an art event one day. And after that, I was like, let me go home and see what I can do with a little something. And I didn't paint at all. So went through college, didn't touch paint at all. Maybe one project in my whole 5 years of college did I touch a paintbrush. And I saw the movie Basquiat before I graduated. And I was like, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
There goes a black guy that paints. Okay, cool. But it didn't really register like what resonated with him with me at first. So back towards that, I started to go home and try to revent myself, or vent while I was at home about work with these abstracts. And I was like, oh, this kind of looks like his stuff a little bit, but I'm not trying to make it in that way. I'm just like pissed off about this and with some red. And I'm gonna blend this together. I'm gonna do this, and it's starting to feel like drawing a little bit. It's starting to get easier, and then I started to think out like off the cuff of my sleeve, like my stuff just started to make sense. It started to register with me. And then it kind of like, how in movies where they show off something real close and then you don't know, what the hell is that? And then you just kind of slowly like
step back.
Yeah. That's literally how my art career kind of started for me.
Okay.
I was like, dude, you don't even know how talented you are. You don't know you've never expressed yourself transparently in any facet. And art for me became that direct conduit of honesty.
Okay.
I've always had this like uptight, like you can't get too close to me. I don't really want to. This mysterious mystique type of thing.
Was it because of your stature?
That it can. I guess you could say it can stem from that. The ways in which I was like ostracized for all of my differences coming up.
Yeah.
It made me more pent up about who I didn't even know who I was until I was like 25. Like so, it was just like all of those different things that were kind of like folded me like origami.
Yeah. And
then I had to unravel myself all over again and be like, okay, wait, this is a sheet of paper.
Yeah, let's start
now. This folds here. This folds. You're trying to make a plane. You're not trying to make a duck. So that's that's kind of how I had to navigate my mental health with coming out of that and also diving into this. One, to reshape what I viewed as value, the ways in which I wanted to feel impact.
You mean coming out of corporate and trying to transition
into being an
artist? Yeah.
had to figure out a lane because I knew I didn't want to be making shoes. I didn't want to be just customizing clothes and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not what I want to do because
Right.
you already haggling for that and they don't even want to pay for what you pay for the clothes. Like, it was just too much. I was like, no, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to be a fashion designer right now. I don't want to, that's something that can tag along later. Right now, I need to establish what I want to do in art, what I want people to think about when they look at my art. I want people to actually receive messages from art. I don't want them to just be like, that's cool. I'm gonna put it on the wall. That's kind of literally why my perspective and stylizations have like swept and flip flopped so often is because I'm always thinking about the perspective in which the world steps into my work or
Yeah.
the world that you step into when you're looking into the work.
So that's kind of why you have such a storytelling approach as opposed to
Just showing it directly,
yeah.
like so, and it can be very plain to see, but I still like attaching meanings or little anecdotes in every single object I put in a piece.
I do want to talk about the point in time where you decided to, even though they probably were paying you pennies, I can only imagine, but it was still consistent money. But then right now you're a full-time artist. What was the turning point that you said, I'm going to do away with this corporate path and now I'm going to throw myself full throttle? Because at first you made it seem like it was just an emotional outlet and just decompressing at the end of a long day. What was that point where you said, no, it's more than this?
I remember the exact moment. So I was sitting in my office at that time, and somebody had just said, write a list. And I kept hearing that. I'm like, man, you know what? Instead of, like, I was sketching, I was like, and I started writing a list of things that I wanted to achieve, like just throwing random shots in the dark. I'm like, man, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do Art Basel. I want to do this. I want to do this. And surely enough, like, fast forward, all that stuff started checking off. But when I wrote it, it was like, okay, now I see what I want to do. I don't see any future impact in this room. Like, I don't see impact in this role. Like, I'm literally being belittled down to the dollar. Like,
yeah.
And I'm getting ridiculed for showing up 2 minutes late. Like, I'm like, oh no. Yeah, people gonna be mad at me about this.
Right.
So, yeah, that's when I just made the leap. I was like, after writing that down and you see it in their writing, I was like, and I can do this. Like, people are buying my work already. I'm making more off selling these paintings than I am making here every 2 weeks. And then, reality hits and you're like, well, but it's every 2 weeks I can get this.
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, it just got to a boiling point where me going there, the friction of how much I wanted to be outside to make opportunities for myself just started not to make sense. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
So you made that list and essentially writing out your vision for what you wanted for your life.
And I have done everything on that list now. So I need to make a new list.
Right. But so you left your consistent, your job to pursue this list. Like, what was your life like? Did you stay at home with your mom? And, like, what did you do to sustain yourself?
So I still have my place temporarily for like the next few months. And then after, it actually wasn't even financial. The reason why I didn't have it, it was more so I was renting to own and the place tried to do some fraudulent activity. They sold me a home that had a faulty foundation. So every time it would rain, snow, sleet, anything, the whole basement would flood.
Yeah.
And it became a mold problem, and then it became a health problem, and then it was like, well, what are you going to do? You gonna hire the people to fix it? I'm like, what do you mean hire them to fix it? You have, this is your property.
Yeah.
So I had to go through, courts and all of that to get, because they really were running a scheme. The whole company, people found out that, I don't want to blast him out on here, but that company was bogus.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened, and I moved back in with my mom. And I started painting out of my bedroom. She was like, "So what are you gonna do? Because
You can't do
you can't."
telling black mamas you don't have a job is just
Yeah,
it's just
it's
do
not a
not
thing.
recommend.
It's not a thing. She's like, "You gotta do something else." Because
Right.
how much you making per painting? I was like 300. She's like, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you had this on the side." And everybody kept saying this on the side. That on the side thing. That those three words have never resonated with me. I don't believe in on the side work. I feel like everything that I do, I have to put my all into it. Or I'm not gonna reap benefit from it.
Is it because it was a dream that you didn't believe it was on the side and you had to put your all into it, or is that just how you work naturally?
That's just how I work naturally. Almost everything that I've been good at, I've really liked and put my time into doing and becoming good at it. And
Yeah.
I iron myself to keep getting better and better and better at it.
How long did it take for your mother to take you serious as an artist?
Maybe 2, 3 years.
Were you in her home for those 2 to 3
Hmm.
years? So she saw like the
Oh
evolution
yeah.
and
No.
growth.
So in her home. So within like the first year of me quitting my job, I was telling her, "Mom, I just got into Art Basel." She was like, "What?"
Right.
Yeah, you remember the shows I was like telling you I was doing and walking around? Because I was putting together more backstory. I used to put together art events and art parties called Art Beats. So I was like the art director for those events, employing the artists, making sure that they were booked, assigned spots, and having a whole run of show put together. And we would do like 400 to 700 people events out of a brewery or a DIY space. And,
Right. Okay.
yeah,
So that's how you started building your following
yep,
then.
yep, live painting, literally.
Oh, okay. And then that transitioned into Art Basel.
Yes. So met some incredible OGs here in Chicago. The Martha Wades. Martha Wade was my direct ticket to meeting the people.
For those who don't know, tell them who Martha Wade is.
So Martha Wade is one of Chicago's incredible fine artists and gallerists, and man, she's awesome. She is the daughter of one of the artists who created the Wall of Respect, the great Ada Wade. Eda Wade. Make sure I'm saying that right. And yeah, her work navigates a lot of surrealist moments as well, about Black imagination, dealing with youth, nature moments. She actually works out of Connect Gallery right now.
Okay.
I believe she works as their one of their gallery directors. But Martha is awesome.
So she opened the door for you.
She did. She introduced me to the women who run Pigment International.
Okay.
And once they saw my work, she instilled in them like, no, I believe in his work. Like, he needs a chance.
It's like once you started committing to what you felt your purpose was and committing to the list that you wrote for yourself, that's when the doors started opening. Literally. Is that accurate?
Very accurate. I couldn't say it any cleaner than that. Like, anything in life that I've divulged like my full attention to, doors just start to open. Because I intentionally start making decisions towards being ready for that moment.
Yeah.
So with that Art Basel moment, I did maybe 30 shows before I got that invite. I put together my own show before getting that call because they saw how good my show did there. And yeah, literally, while I was at Art Basel as well, I got a call to get my first ever gallery exhibit.
Back in Chicago. Yeah. Okay. Because the next thing that you talk about is, as your crossroad moment, is the Butterfine Art Fair. And I just want to set the tone. So you didn't go from HR job to Art Basel. Like there was there was a process. So it was like you said 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years, maybe between 2017 was 2016 to 2019. End of 2018. 2016 and 2018.
You were painting, you were having your own events. And you said at least 30 events.
At least.
Before the invitation at Art Basel. The reason I'm honing in on the timeline, because for those that are listening, there are a lot of people that have dreams.
Oh, yeah.
And they want to convert those dreams from purpose to profit. But there is no such thing as an overnight success. And I think people get really exhausted with the process and the timeline. How did you stay motivated through those 2 to 3 years and through your events? Because it took a while for those things to kind of work on your behalf.
Mm-hmm. One, it was submerging myself into the scene, being around it, being around good people in it, being around other talented artists who are doing things similar or doing things that I wanted to be doing. Talking to them, being transparent and being open, being honest, because I'm not a fake person, and nobody will tell you that. So, yeah, I'm as open as I seem.
Yeah.
And I lead with that. I lead with the intention to help, and I lead openly with intention to learn as well. So all of the older artists will tell you, like, I've never been like, I've had my moments where I was like, no, this is what I want.
Yeah.
But I've never been like this super snobby, type of guy. It's been like, oh, yeah, this how this go? Okay, well, I'll go through that process. Like, what you need me to do?
Right.
Like,
you're humble enough to just follow protocol, like everyone knows.
Mm-hmm. But I also know when it's time to break doors down because things need to change.
Yeah.
So, but I learned that also from my predecessors that you can't wait for everything. It's not, or it's never going. Nobody's waiting to give you it. So you have to create opportunities for yourself. And that's what those events kind of like built my callus in learning that you got to keep going. Every event is not going to be great. You're not going to sell every night, but you still have to show up with the same energy. You have to be resilient. You have to show up like you did, do all of those things no matter what, because that energy precedes you. All these different things, and that's things to carry on life because that's just how life works. Like the energy that you walk around with precedes you. And I know we have off days, we have off moments, but the world and the energy that we want and welcome does not know that. So it gives us what we put out. And that's just what it is. Like, can't say it any better than that because...
No, that's definitely a word. You get what you put out. Mm-hmm. And for someone that's having multiple events, art events, no one knows what you did day one at the first art event. They're only experiencing now for the first time. Mm-hmm. I will say that you have a lot of consistency. You have been a consistent person every time that I met you. What keeps you grounded, and where do you get your inspiration as an artist?
I get my inspiration and grounding in everyday interactions, everyday moments. I have the memory of an elephant. like when I say, man, and I'm really relishing and diving into that now with my practice because I'm realizing that and the storytelling element of that is like my comical, cynical healing of myself as well. Mm-hmm. But it also helps because I know all of us have stories in my head that we've experienced. So, but what keeps me motivated is seeing the realization of the moments. The realization of the moments become conversations that help heal us. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I've witnessed that in several pieces and in several moments where people have realized what it was about and then realized something about themselves and then realized that it was something about themselves that they were able and have always been able to change with just the trigger of a word. Yeah. Or seeing it in plain sight. Mm-hmm. So that is one of the things that keeps me aligned, but also just knowing that the things that I'm achieving, I'm affording it for somebody else to see it because the things that I'm doing, I never saw anybody else do. Right. At least not in my close circle. It may have been done. I'm not but it has been done. Right. But to see it in my age group, someone that looks like me, that talks about my own experience, as transparent as such. I'm not trying to be the cool guy all the time. Mm-hmm. That's just by default,
I'm like, you say you're not trying to be the cool guy all the time, but you got this Barry White thing going on.
This is me hearing myself is allowing me to speak in my real voice. Okay. Which is crazy because I never get to talk in my real voice.
What voice do you use?
This voice, like when I talk up, I feel like I speak up an octave, like like through my nose almost, like when I'm speaking.
So people can hear you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this one never gets.
Well, I'm glad I created the space for you to use your real voice.
No, I think I'm gonna have to get me one of these.
I do want to get back to your story because Art Basel opened a lot of doors for you.
It did.
And it kept you essentially booked and busy. What was the event of all events for you?
At Art Basel?
Not at Art Basel, post Art Basel.
Transparent moment. Art Basel was not as much of a launch pad as I thought it would be.
Okay.
It was more of one of those. I don't know if everybody's seen or fan of Disney movies, but the movie Soul, when he kind of realizes that all that he's been searching, he's been doing his whole life. It's like you died, not thinking that you were living your experience the whole time. It was like, how have you been doing this already?
You were trying to make it here, and then you realized that you had made it all along,
and also that I also wasn't even ready for that specific moment. My work was ready, but my experience, my journey up until that point was not tailored enough for that moment. Like I was.
Let's talk about that. You said your work was ready, but you weren't ready.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that you weren't ready?
I was still responding traumatically to my work. Like I wasn't able to sell my work. I was able to just explain it and plead about how bad or whatever, the work things that I was talking about in the pieces were. And it kind of was off-putting. I was able to strike emotional chords in people. Mm-hmm. I was able to just get it off, but I was not able to be me. I wasn't being myself. I was just like, or I was too comfortable. It was like no fine balance.
So for example, you have a piece and you could explain it and you can garner an emotional reaction, but you couldn't close the deal on a sale. Or there were times that maybe the emotion was too much and then maybe just turn people off a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's like sales 101. How did you find your balance?
Well, with that one, and then also wasn't able to answer certain business questions that artists that we should be showing there wouldn't know the answers to.
Okay, so business questions.
Where do you get your pricing points from? How do you navigate this? Logistical questions that if I was more privy or just more experienced in art fairs and exhibiting on that platform, they were like, yeah, we know you green. Like, that's just kind of what it read. They were like, yeah, we know. We're going to wait until you get a little bit more seasoned before we spend this type of money with you.
Got it.
And that's kind of the energy. But it was not a nudging off like, we don't want it. It was like, he's talented, but
it's some things he needs to learn.
Yeah, this is a little volatile. Like, we don't know if this is going to be the type of execution we're going to get all the time. We don't know.
Yeah. Was that humbling for you?
Very. Because I was just sitting there like, I'm doing it. Like it's funny because I met an artist at that Butter event that looked like me in that moment. And I was just like, oh man, you're going to get it though. Like,
yeah.
I can't tell you
start
right
seeing
now.
yourself and other people and like, I want to help you, but you're going to have to figure it out.
Can't nobody help you. It's just, you got to see a mirror of yourself. Like, you're trying to prove yourself to yourself and you don't even realize it yet.
How did you had a knowledge gap, which is normal for people branching into something new.
Like, it was like jumping in a hole. Like,
you came from corporate. In the corporate world, in the creative world, those are two different worlds and two different conversations. After Art Basel and realizing there was so much that you didn't know, how did you feel in that knowledge gap?
One, it was more of a social gap. I had to learn how to be a likable person, or the likable person that I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to not try to just be a yes man at first. So coming from college, I was just like, well, I'm friends with everybody. Like, everybody likes me.
Yeah.
But it was so naive because they didn't like me.
They tolerated you.
And they liked whatever came with being around me, if things came with that. And if not, they was just like, dude.
He cool, but yeah.
And when we got out of school, that attention kind of, the distance between people when you're not on the same campus, you can see, oh, you don't really mess with me. Y'all don't never call me.
Yeah,
you're not my friend like that.
It is a hell of a wake up call.
It is like, oh, hey, like, we were school friends. Like it gets real, and we, everybody does the we brothers forever thing, but Dude, when the last time you called me? And when the last time I
I
called
called
you?
you.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's not,
And
I'm
what
not
do we
saying
have
you
to talk
wrong.
about?
We don't have nothing in common. We didn't have nothing in common then, except for the objectives that we were trying to achieve on a weekly basis, which were all short-term young men goals.
Yeah.
So once we didn't have that in common no more, we all grew in different ways. Even if we grew in similar ways, we are all different people now.
How did you find you though? Because I feel like
Art.
so that's how you begin to learn to be social, was through drawing and your being an artist.
Yes, the conversations, me having these regular conversations with all types of people, people that I wanted to be like, people that I wanted to be friends with, people that I wanted to have business with. I made conversation through art that let me know how to interact with people on a deeper level. The ways in which I would execute my commissions were very adjective based. So people would describe themselves to me, and I would make a piece about them, and they would be like, "Damn, this is me." Like, hey, draw a picture of me. I feel like this is me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is like my thing. But that, and I just had to learn how to learn people organically, receive them how they are, and learn how to be a person.
Yeah.
Like, and not just transactionally interacting with people, because college makes everything transactional. And I had to learn how to dissociate the transactional part, even though things were transactional, which is weird. But it's like a weird nuance. You can't talk about the sale, but just know that you always selling when you're next to me.
Right.
So that's what it became, like this fine-tooth act of how do I learn to be around, like how do I become cordial with people? How do I become friends with these people?
Right. Is that something you're still refining? Because I feel like that's something that, one is the skill that you, only time in interaction, that's the only real way you can learn that. But on your journey, you meet so many different types of people. So you have to learn to be agile as well. So do you feel like that's something that's ever changing? You're forever like cultivating that art socialism business savvy?
Yes, because right now the thing I have a trouble with is constant contact. I could meet people all day. I'm starting to become bad with names because I met so many people. I'm starting to become bad with recall.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
But I'm good at, and if I see you in a moment, I can remember where you from. But I'm really bad with names now.
Yeah.
It's more so ironing out that I can't remember everybody, but try to remember like energies, because you just don't want to fend off anybody, because you never know. You might know them.
Yeah.
Or you might have interacted with them and you just, people wash.
Or if you could remember something about them. Because I meet a lot of people too. I think networking and relationship is just the nature of the beast.
Because sometimes people know that they don't remember you for real either.
They remember your face.
Yeah, they hoping that you remember where they're like, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, we do, but who are you? If you tell me what you do, I'm pretty sure I can put in a point where we know each other from.
I think you're a lot better than me with that, because I could not remember a name, for example. But if I remember your face, I'm going to speak. And I don't go through the logistics of how we like met or didn't meet. I just enjoy the interaction and the connection. And I'll leave it at that. Or if it's a good connection, hey, let's connect on Instagram. And most people have their names on their Instagram. Just something you can steal from that.
My superpower with it was I got comfortable with being awkward. I've been awkward my whole life. Like I was always awkward. So it was like, well, if all I had to do is just make it more awkward and make it funny, that's easy.
Right. They'll remember you then.
Look, I know you see me staring at you. I don't know if I know you for real. Do we know each other? No. Okay. Nice to meet you. Now we can meet now, and now it's not awkward no more, right?
Right.
And now I know that's my comedy. Like I can comically talk out the awkwardness, so it's not awkward. So it's just not like, why is this big ass dude just staring at me? I'm like, I don't know. I think I know you, but I don't want to say it. Like that tension is not necessary. Just say it.
Say it.
I'm staring at you because I think I know you from somewhere. You look like somebody. What is your name? It's Veronica. I don't know no damn Veronica. Okay. And then that's a comical moment. And you might have just met somebody because that. And that's kind of literally, I got, for anybody listening, if you are awkward in conversation, be awkward.
Be awkward. Because the worst you can do is not try not to be awkward, which makes it more
More
awkward.
awkward.
Yeah.
And then it's tension for everybody. Now it's weird. You go from awkward to weird. Now it's like, all right, I need to get up out of here because
right.
Keep on talking to me. Like, no, you can just have that awkward moment and
let's move past it.
Because once you get your awkward out, you find your little groove. Now you found your it, whatever that is. So.
No, I think that's a great way to make your weakness your superpower, because you have to interact with people because you're selling art. Even though you're an artist, you're still in business of sales. So I think that's a great message. I do want to talk about the Butter Fine Art fair in Indianapolis. I want you to start by giving people some background into what that is, because I stumbled upon Butter. I just happened to be in Indianapolis when the All-Star Weekend was there, and Butter was there at the same time. So I didn't know it was a thing. Give us some background why it mattered to you as an artist and why that moment was so pivotal for you, because you definitely called it out instead of Art Basel, which most people is most notable is Art Basel.
Yeah. Temporarily.
You know what? They'll start that on the podcast, because there's a lot of people dedicated to Basel, but I think there's so many places where you can show your art and grow as an artist as well.
It is. So boom, y'all, here go to school. So last year I didn't participate as an artist for Butter. It was actually some of the I had saw programming from them before on Instagram. A few of my colleagues beforehand had exhibited there. I heard good stuff about it. But it's Indianapolis. I was like, it's Indiana. I'm not going out there. I'm not doing that shit. But then, eventually, I just started to see a little bit more of the program. I'm like, this seems, I don't know. Then one of my guys, one of my closer colleagues, Edo White, he was exhibiting. And I was like, And the organization I was talking about, Pigment, they kept telling me, they're like, you need to check this out. Like, you should check out Butter. Like, this is your kind of thing. Like, we got a feeling like you would do well there. I'm like, I feel like y'all say this about everything because y'all just want me to do it.
Yeah.
But I'll go out there and see what the landscape is. Worst come to worst, I had a good weekend. So I go out there, and when I tell you it's like a movie-esque experience, I get out there, checked into my hotel. Hotel is great. At first, I'm already astonished that there's something in Indianapolis that looks anything like what I thought it would look like. There was a beautiful hotel. Get to the venue. As soon as I pull up, as soon as I get out the car, I walk over. I'm getting a little ticket line, a whole full feature, and I'm by ethnicity Creole with a Native American background. But as soon as I pull up, they got this New Orleans band that just starts you in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is a nice little touch. It's a little more southern than I thought. Okay. Then that happened. So that was my first thing. I'm like, okay. So I walk in. As soon as I walked in, I'm like, because I'm seeing the outside of the building. I'm like, see, here we go. Some damn Indiana. I'm thinking the building is small. I'm like, I came all the way down here for nothing. This is cool, but
you were giving it a half chance.
Yeah, I was like, we gonna see. But I already was enjoying myself because of that. I was like, this is crazy, because it was as soon as I pulled up my phone, they were like,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay.
Got your energy together, didn't it?
I've been here in the line. Okay. Can't wait to get in here. As soon as I get in there, I'm like, God dang. When I say it was beautiful, it was top tier, fair quality everywhere. The art, the walls, the people that are celebrity hogs. It was basketball players, baseball players, football players everywhere.
Yeah.
And red tags everywhere. And they said, what? They said 100% proceeds to the artist. They not taking nothing. And they paid for me to come down here.
So not only did they pay for you to come down there, all expense paid, they allowed you to feature your art. And then they gave you 100% of the proceeds. as an artist. Was that the first time you experienced that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've never sold anything with anybody that didn't want something back.
Mm.
Not.
Is that the nature of the industry? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the nature of providing a vehicle for somebody to sell their work or an avenue to do so. I feel like it should be installed if you're instrumental in making the sale happen. But that's just logistical, to me, moral things that go into that. But at this point, I was just a spectator. So I walk in, I'm literally there in goodwill, one, to be there for my friend who's there because he's exhibiting. I mean, he's from Chicago. So I'm like, let me get the angles, let me get the camera angles, get him some little candid, camera reviews.
Some content.
Yeah, some real stuff as like I would want somebody to do for me. And I navigated it with that intention, like with love, with support, and met everybody. Met the director of the exhibit, met the founders of the exhibit, met the artists that were exhibiting, got cool with them. Some of those same people were the artists that were in the show for the year that I was in, this recent year, and came back and really found a tribe. Like the people in Indianapolis, Butter, the whole staff, they are all amazing.
Yeah.
Alan, Molly, Deanna. I can go down a list of people, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate it. But with them for this year, because after that experience, I was like, I got to do it.
Yeah.
So the real crazy moment is that the piece that I said, that the exact statement in front of, I was talking to an artist. His name is King Rhodes. He's one of their like staple artists in Indianapolis. And he was exhibiting the piece. And I was talking in front of his piece, and another artist named is Israel Solomon. I was talking in front of his piece, and I was like, yeah. I need to be here next year. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be right here. I swear to God, I'm gonna be here. He was looking at me like, okay, like, cool.
Welcome.
Like, for sure, you should let them know you're interested. And I'm like, nah, I will be here. So, plot twist, they ended up changing the exhibit room from the room that I saw the first time to that room primarily, which was like a car show / exhibit room at first. But they made it the primary exhibit hall this time. My piece is directly, like when I come in for my rendition, my piece is directly aligned where the piece was that I was talking in front of. It's just further back, but the line from where I was standing to there is a direct line, maybe 50 feet.
So you can see your piece right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I was, yeah. So that happened. So I'm like, wow, this energy's still here. So opening night, VIP night, I get there, everything, like I said, it's happening like movie-esque, like walking in, champagne toast, we having our conversation with the people who are running it. They letting us know run of show, letting us know to relax, give us gift bags. We just settling down, getting to know each other because a lot of us haven't met before. And I'm in there, just doing my thing, walking around, not thinking nothing of it. Like, opening night, it's going to be a long weekend, y'all. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it gets like midday, not even the end of the night. It's like maybe like 6:37. Tyrese walk in. He had his boot on. I'm like,
Tyrese, the singer?
No, Halliburton, the basketball
player.
player.
Okay.
So I see him walk in. I'm like, oh, he's not gonna be here long. He got a boot on. He gonna come circle with the artist that he know.
Yeah, say what's up and leave.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully I can catch him. But I'm not about to run over there right now because he's got cameras around him, the whole nine. So it gets close to the evening. I've had conversations with people. They like the piece. People receiving the work well, having a good night. But then I see him just standing in the middle of the room, and he's talking to his two friends that he brought with him. And I'm like, I ain't doing shit. Well, Blake, if you're going to build up the gall to talk to somebody, this is the one.
Look, you prepare for this, right? We just talked about you use art to learn how to be more social and be a better businessman. So you had your Art Basel moment. You prepared now.
This is like I was just like, grow up. Also, I realized that he is like almost 10 years younger than me. So I'm like, dude, if you can't talk to him,
I get it.
If anybody's gonna get it, if anybody's gonna get you like you are, it's gonna be him.
Yeah.
So go talk to him. So go over. Hey, what's going on, man? My name is Blake Lenoir from Chicago. I know y'all over here talking. I want to interrupt what y'all got going on. But I wanted to show you my piece. I don't know if you saw it when you like walked in, but just wanted to give you the backstory on it. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. So they walk over, and he, as soon as he got over, he was like, oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw this mug as soon as I walked through the door, but you know, they was pushing me through the room, like trying to get me to, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was gonna come back here, but honestly, I almost forgot until you came and got me. And that's why I came over here. So
yeah.
Dove into the piece, the story of the piece. The name of the piece is called The Allegory of Bruce Leroy. To paint the picture for people who can't see it right now, it has like a blue background. It's on a heavy blue background. Its center is a light-skinned black boy from a side profile angle. He's boxing a polarizingly more brolic white man figure who has boxing gloves. The kid himself has sock and boppers for those 90s kids. And there's a bucket full of water balloons behind me with like piping running through the piece. If I'm remembering all the details. But yeah, that's in short the detail. But the piece itself is about the ways in which being a light skinned black man is an entendre, and the levels of entendre that it has, and its polarizing angles. And when I say, he just looked at me like, bro, I didn't even know people even
thought about that.
Thought about our perspective in this way. I'm like, oh no, it gets deeper. So we ended up talking. I was explaining the different things in the piece, but he started sharing his experience, and we just had like a real like.
I was gonna say a light skin moment, but I don't know if that's appropriate.
Yeah, the real like, man-to-man brother moment. He's like, this is like, I really feel seen because man, like you don't like, I'm mixed, so you know, like in my family, I've experienced every racism, colorism, class, like I didn't
all the things. Yeah.
If basketballism, like if I didn't play basketball, my black family wasn't really messing with me.
Yeah.
They didn't start messing with me until then. And my other family just.
So y'all had a real life conversation in the middle of the art show. Mm-hmm. That's amazing that you saw that moment and you took advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And shortly after that, we chopped it, like we just dapped it up, and he walked away because they pulled him away to go see some other work across the way. And I just saluted and kept it moving. But that 20, 30 minutes later, I'm sitting there, I'm like just looking around, and I see this brother Kenyan come over. He's one of the staff that was working with them. I'll never forget his face now because he was the person that told me. So he comes over there, he's like, hey, he got his arms behind his back. I'm like, well, what's up? He's like, you good?
Yeah,
what's the word? He's like, so Mr. Tyrese wants to talk to you. Mr. Tyrese, like, saying like,
you see, I thought he was the Tyrese from the Coca-Cola commercial.
But I was not thinking he's talking like art sales. So I'm like, I already talked to him. Like, you know, he's like, oh no, he wants it. He's about to get this. What? He's like,
yeah, how amazing.
So he's telling me, he's like, no, he told me to come get you. I just wanted to give you a moment in case you needed a moment because, you know, this is
a big deal.
How you feeling? Like, you good? Like, you hot? You cold? You need something to drink? You need a shot? Like, what you know, how you feeling? So I'm like, oh no, give me a minute. Because one, like the circumstances before coming down there, it just like, more specifically, and just in that one day, it was just like a crazy day. Like I missed my bus. I missed the bus
from Chicago.
Yes, to go to Indianapolis to get there on time. I missed the bus by like a fraction of a hair. I pull up, the bus was pulling off, and I try to pull up next to the bus to get them to pull over. They tell me they can't do it, and I was like, then to find out that if I took the next bus, I wasn't gonna get there till like 8:30. So if I would have did that, I would have missed him
entirely,
completely. I would have missed the whole VIP opening.
Right.
So So
did you end up driving?
Ended up driving myself down there and getting there, literally like right before the start time. I dropped my bags off at the hotel and I was able to get over there.
That's a beautiful story of just perfect timing. Because you
Divine
could,
timing.
yes, divine, right? Because you could have given up when you missed the bus.
I was defeated for a second. I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I did not. I just sent my work down there. I got it framed. I did this. I did this. I did everything right. There's no way. I'm not. I have to drive. That's
You
the
were
only
like
way.
Sheila going up that mountain, and why did I get
Oh,
married? You
man.
were determined.
I had a Jill Scott moment for real. I was sitting outside the bus stop on 95th, like, I did all of this. I will
Right.
not miss this moment.
You know what? You were due a breakdown because I think it's the anxiety of it all. Especially
Yeah,
you were rushing
exactly.
to make it.
And on top, yeah, and they have this weird, like, Indiana is down the street, but they have an hour ahead. So,
Yes, they are on East Coast
I'm
time.
like,
Indianapolis
oh
in
my
particular.
God, it was
Yes.
so aggravating. I'm like, why can't you, for this one time, like, when I go to Hammond, if the time frame don't go up, I get a little bit deeper into Indiana, I'm straight. Like, you get a whole another hour ahead. So,
Yeah.
but it worked in my favor. That happened, and everything was easier from there. Like, I was not even just easier, it was just like a reassuring, realigned moment because it was like, okay, I did everything right to get to this point. It paid off. Bam. Now, if it didn't pay off, it was still going to pay off because I still made enough shake and move. Like, my energy was still going to be that either way because that's just how I am with me and presence for myself. But that weekend was like, man, it was like a whirlwind of amazing.
Like from like networking and business and.
I haven't even heard or seen all of the publications that I spoke on.
Right.
I haven't even seen all of my interviews. I don't even know where they at. I need to actually follow up on that.
So put your name out there.
No, seriously. I have a lot of interviews out there, and they were awesome. Like, when I tell you, like, the interviews went great, and I had just such a good, warm time. Like, there were no bad experiences anywhere with anybody. Every child I met, I was signing autographs with children on Post-it notes. Like, I was like really giving real advice to kids that were pursuing. I could see the passion in their faces, like them really valuing what I was telling them. Like, all of the moments that I could have made came in Indiana, in a place that I would have never guessed. Nothing positive was gonna happen to me at all. I was just like, I'm just going down there and hopefully I meet somebody that does something. But I ended up meeting the guy and it, transpires how it did, but all with me being authentic and in the moment.
I feel like you dropping so many gems, and I understand now why you say it was a full circle moment, especially when you ended speaking about the children, because you were that kid at one point that was looking for mentorship or somebody to validate you. And now you became that person. You became that person that you needed then. Now you're that person for someone else. As we like nearing the end of this conversation, there's a lot of people that want to turn their passion to purpose and to profit. Could you give them like some direction or even a little bit of faith just to keep going in whatever phase they are in making that happen?
I would say for me, what works for me is sitting in the moments and try to think yourself out of them. But sometimes just let it be what it is. Sometimes you can't help it. And that's the superpower of realizing that the moment is the moment for a reason. And every moment, relish in it because you can't take the moment with you. So make the most out of your moments. Don't always think like, oh, it's going to be the next time, because you don't know, but there will be a next time. So you have to keep energy in both directions. Not to confuse your energy, but to just align it with what's real. But also have outstanding expectations for yourself. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit what you think can happen, because once you limit it, you limit it. I can't express that enough. Like, there is nothing that you can ask for that's crazy. And as long as you know you can execute it, what's crazy about it?
What's crazy about it? Yeah. So what's next for you as an artist? What is coming that is new for you?
It's funny, I went into that whole thing about how I didn't want to be a fashion designer, right? So February 13th, I'm actually doing New York Fashion Week.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm doing a red carpet collaboration on body painting and design. Doing a collaboration with a designer who does costumes for artists, and her name's LaKoya Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
She is awesome. Her designs are very intricate. They look very surrealist, Baroque, Rihanna type of thing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna create a couple pieces that I'm gonna paint into detail.
That sounds amazing and a great opportunity. It's funny how you can say you're not gonna do something and then
The universe finds a way to align it
to exactly what you're supposed to be doing,
mm-hmm.
whether you want to do it or not.
Literally.
Where can people learn more about your art and your work and what you have, maybe even for sale?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Blen Artistry LLC. That's BLEN Artistry ARTISTRY LLC. And you can find me on blenartistry.com. It's my website. Yeah, and even in the near future, I'm actually in the running to be in Butter Art Fair in LA and the next rendition in Indianapolis. So hopefully I'll be announcing that I'll be a part of those as well. If anyone, because I had a little faulty issue, because transparent moment.
Yeah.
Speaking about Art Basel, this guy that I was in talks about showing with out there kind of fell through. So if there are any events that would require or like my presence or of my work or my voice,
Yeah.
I would love to be out there.
I will make sure to publish this before Art Basel, just to see like what doors are open for you. I think part of anybody's journey is just showing up, and the fact that you're so willing to show up and just put yourself out there. I pray good things come from that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to thank you for your time. I know it's a little bit later in your day. You have to make your way through traffic.
I need this conversation, so thank you.
Yeah. I also want to thank the National Museum of Public Housing for allowing us to use their facility. They're an amazing partner. And if you happen to be in the Chicagoland area, feel free to stop by. They would love to welcome you. And also reach out to us on our Substack or YouTube page. We're on all podcasting platforms as well as social media outlets as well, because we want to tell the stories that you want to hear. And on that note, use your crossroads to find your highest calling.